Pardon the noise. It's cold in here. Just used the last of my kerosene. I sure hope that this is the last that I have to use that thing. Alright, just real quick on the Cub Cadet. One of my subscribers, E-Rock, left me a comment and suggested that the relay and the PTO switch, which would be PTO switch right here, and the relay, which resides normally just right under the fuse, is the suspect. Well, let's see if I can do this one-handed here. Right now the key is off, and if you guys remember when we tested the fuse with the key off, we had positive here. See the red light, and then we had nothing over here on the other side, on the feed side. So then we turn the key to any position and then come down and check this one again, the feed side, and we have the same ground issue with the relay out and the PTO switch unplugged. So that tells me that I still have a ground somewhere. So that's where we're at on this. I'm stopping here, and we're getting over here and getting busy on the old Troy Bilt. First thing I'm going to do is lift it up in the air, take the engine mount bolts out, clean them up, put some Loctite on them, run them back in, and get this engine secured down to the frame the way that it should be. That'll be step one. That way the engine's in its place, and then I can proceed to drill and tap the muffler header bolt holes, which is what the owner opted to go with, and take care of replacing the spindle over there and the idler pulley. So what do you say we get busy? Let me get things set up. Alright gang, I already pulled the bolts out for the engine mount, and I'm just now putting everything back together with some Permatex medium strength thread locker in the blue color. I've got two of the bolts started, and to lay the tractor down off the lift in order to get it done. So let's put about 4 threads worth on there. Let's see if we can get this fished into the bottom hole. I've already cleaned the holes out. That one started. Get the other one. Then we're going to use the rattle gun, make a bunch of noise. The air-powered rattle gun. But we'll get it done pretty quick here. Alright. Last bolt goes right there. There we go. Now, don't judge me. I do not have impact standard or extensions. So, yes, I'm using an air gun with regular hand tools here. Noise alert! I just threw the socket hell west bent and crooked. We'll go get that back. And I'll finish tightening these down by hand. Let's get this last one run through. Hopefully that thread locker is going to hold things where they need to be held, and I will no longer have, or excuse me, Kevin will no longer have issues with the engine coming loose. Get this one. And I know I'm blocking the light. I apologize for that. I kind of had to. Let's get that one snugged. And get this one snugged. Now that the air compressor is done doing its thing, now I'm going to come up and just make sure that these guys are well secured. Click. Click. I gotta change extensions to get to the other two. Shorter extension. I gotta come in back here. Am I out of view? Nope, just about. Let me tilt the camera a little bit. There. Click. Now we'll get over to the other side, which you cannot see at all. We'll get that one locked down too. Then we're on to click, removing the spindle. And I started to mention in part one that we had a little issue with the deck beyond the pulley being bad. I'm kind of really in the light. But this tensioner is locked up. It's not moving, so I need to loosen that up and lube that up as well. But now we're down here. Let me reset the camera. We'll get back on. Well, here, I can probably just do it here real quick. And I am not sure if you're looking at what we need to look at. I'm going to hear more rattle gun going off. So there's going to be a noise alert here in just a second. Yep, we can see everything. Sorry, I was getting my phone set back up so I can see what's going on. We got to get that nut off, get the blade off, and then we have four 1/2-inch bolts to back out. So, are you ready? I know I am. Let me find an air hose. Maybe. It doesn't want to get in the hole. Well, really? Come on. There. Sometimes you gotta fight to get it in the hole, you know? Alright. Blocking the light again, sorry. Here, let me move the light now that we're working down below. I can just set the light here. And hopefully that, yeah, that takes care of the light. Okay, let's get that off of there. Ready? Get it. Wow, that was easy. I'll tell you, this Earthquake XT, it's no joke. It gets the job done. Does it right now. Now we're going to go back to little 3/8 Earthquake. Maybe. There we go. And we're going to get the 4 1/2-inch or 13mm bolts out. And I do have 3/8 in 13. I mean, I do have 3/8 impacts in metric. So 13 and 1/2-inch are the same thing, so I should be able to get these out with this 13 and not have to use and abuse my handheld sockets. First, I'm going to tighten each one, and I have already sprayed them down. You can see they're kind of dark. Ready? Just a little bit. And I'm just watching for that to turn. I've got a cramp working up in my legs. I may have to get up for a minute. There we go. And all I'm doing there is just breaking loose the oxidization, because aluminum and steel don't mix. Let's see if we can get them out. One. Hey, they're coming out easy. Oh yeah, noise alert. There we go. I did twist the head off of one, but that's okay, because that spindle is bad, so we're not going to use it. And now it's ready to just pull out of there. So we'll get it pulled out. I might take you outside to the parts bin, aka big trailer, and grab the spindle that we're going to use to replace this one with. So hang tight. That right there would be the spindle we're going after. So I'm going to clean it up, spray things down, then I've got to move this mower over to the other side of the trailer, flip it up on its side, make it easier for me to get to it. So let me get that done, and then we'll pop that off of there. We also need to grab an idler pulley off of there. So hang on, Zippo's got to do some off-camera work. Providing I have sound, we're going to use the impact. We got good positioning. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm going to use the impact to break that loose, because I got my big long breaker bar and I couldn't get that thing to budge. We're going after the blade nut. I even put heat on it. Been fighting it. That sucker's on there. What do you think? Oh, noise alert. Sorry. That is really on there. Suppose we could spray it down a little bit more. And while we're waiting on that stuff to work, hopefully we can get, if not, I'll bring my zip saw out and just cut it off so we can get the spindle out. Then I'll work on that in the shop. But let's see if we can get our bolts out here. There's one. And I'm just bumping it like that just so I can shock it and get it to come loose. Okay, we got 3 out of the 4, so I'll run them back in. If I don't drop them, I'm gonna run them back in, because if I need to come out here and zip saw that blade off, we can. Last one here. It's the one that always gives you trouble though, isn't it? And it came out. So we're golden. We'll be able to get that off just as soon as we can get this blade freed up. Come on. Line up. I'll hold my tongue right. Okay. Suppose we can give that bolt a little bit more heat, huh? It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? Tell you what we'll do from this point. We're just going to fast forward through me getting that off. I'll make it as quick as I can. You guys will see how much I have to fight it to get it off of there. But it is a good spindle. So fast forward time. Alright, well, we finally got that taken care of. Now let's get it off of there. I had to lower the deck, which was actually raising the deck in the position it's in. Now let's see if that thing will clear the fender pan. Fingers crossed. I got to pull it way back this way. And there we go. That's what we were after. Recycle parts. I'll see you guys in the shop. Alright gang, we need to compare and make sure that we've got the same spindles. Easy enough. Just bring them up and even them up. Are they in the view? Yeah, kind of. Bring them up, even them up, and you're just looking for the bolt position and the blade position. So essentially, you're looking at from here to there. And these two are identical. One thing that we do have that is different, I'll set this up and show you, is we definitely have a pulley height difference. So we'll be swapping the pulleys on these as well. This is the bad one. And it's already wobbly in the top, quite wobbly. I don't know if you can hear that. So, oh yeah, sounds crusty too. Here's the difference between a good one and a bad one. You hear nothing. Let me shut this fan off. It's blowing right on my head. Alright, let me get everything set up over here and we'll let you guys take a look at me fighting that nut trying to get it off. Hang on. Alright. I don't know how good a hold I've got on the remains of that blade, but we're going to see if we can't get this sucker to come loose. We'll probably use a cheater bar if we can't get anywhere with just using the long breaker bar. Wish me luck, but I don't go flying backwards. That sucker is not going to let loose without a fight, is it? Alright, well, let's switch and go to the other side and see if we can get that pulley off of there. We'll go back to the soaking and the heat on that. But for the moment, not sure what size that is, so I'll just bring the whole socket set over. I've had this set for 15 years and it's just been an awesome set. I know it's Pittsburgh, but I've had it for a good long while. Well, is it a 1 inch also? I didn't need to bring the socket set over. That's funny. Alright, we got enough of a view. Yeah, we got enough of a view. A little off center, but that's alright. Okay. Let's see if we can get this one to come loose. Oh, I wish the other one was that easy. If somebody wanted to change the blade on that, they'd be hard pressed, huh? Give it a couple little love. Well, we don't have to give it any love taps. Came right off. Alright. And the splines look just fine. And then we've got this spacer. So it goes pulley, washer, spacer. So when we take the other one off, we'll be golden. And I hate to do it, but I think I'm going to grab a hold of that shaft. It's hardened. So hang on just a second, guys. A little bit of an interruption there. Well, we just got the top pulley off. And now we're going to see what we can do about getting this piece down here freed up. It is so rusty. So I think first thing I'm going to do is go over to the wire wheel, give it a good hard wire wheel job, and then start spraying penetrant and heat and penetrant and heat, and hope that I don't cook the plastic bearing seal, because these seals that are in these bearings are just plastic. So I've got to be kind of careful with it. But let me do some wire brushing on that here real quick, and we'll cut you back on. Really loud noise alert. I'm going to just hammer on it around there. Just try to knock some of that rust loose and get that penetrating oil to soak in. I'm not pushing hard on it. I don't want to push the bolt or the nut into the threads. I'm just wanting to aggravate the rust. Give her another shot. I'm going to try to tighten first. Just give it a little yank to tighten it. Then we'll give it a little yank to loosen it. 1, 2, 3. Let's go the other way. Now we're going to go the other way. Back and forth till we get that thing to break loose. Fortunately, I didn't fall on my butt. Where'd it go? It is hiding on me. That thing is really stuck on there. That's incredible. And this is the good one. This is the one that I need. Looks like. If I clean this shaft up a little bit right here, I can just press this out, and then I won't have to worry about heat on the bearing. So let me do that. Hang on. Well, you guys don't need to hang on. Because it doesn't look like it's that bad. Just got a couple spots of surface rust. You can clean surface rust off real easy, just with a flat file. And we're going to be using anti-seize on this bolt, as well as the bolts that attach the spindle to the deck. And the anti-seize that I have is older than 1979 when they started barcodes. There is no barcodes on that thing anywhere. But it's almost a full container. It has lasted a long time. Let's see what we got now. That's better. There we go. Now we can work with just that. And make sure we save our bearings, because that's important. Let's get our soft gels in there. Made those brass jaws over 20 years ago. They're just now starting to split over here on the left side, being left-handed. So may come a time when I'll need to make a new pair. if you guys go and watch 65 Ford, he shows you how you can do it with a copper pipe, which I thought was pretty neat. Alright, then we'll put it over here. Wrench down on that sucker as tight as... Let me take a look here. Maybe try to shoot a little bit of PB Blaster down in there too. I don't know if that's going to do much good. But now we can put as much heat on that as we want to put on it. My sockets fell over when I pitched that spindle. You guys will... This is getting long, so it'll obviously be more than just part 2. In fact, this one will probably be in part 3. Alright, it's spinning in the soft jaws, so maybe that wasn't the best idea. Away with you. Come on. There we go. Let's see. Well, we'll just grab a hold of the blade. Now that we can get the whole thing in there, it shouldn't fly out like it did. And I'm going to use the other side because the teeth on this machinist vise are in a better shape on that side, on this side right here. Hopefully it'll stay in there. Gotta get it off. Well, you know what? Come to think of it, no we don't. We don't have to get that off. As long as this shaft is okay. We can just use this shaft. Yeah. Thanks for thinking of that, guys. You guys are awesome. This is the bad one. Let's get this loosened up, and it should loosen up just fine. Oops. Can't do that without a blade on it. So let's just, I just happen to have one here. Let's go ahead and stick a blade on there. Gotta be real careful with these stars that you don't booger them up. And this blade has a little bit of flash rust on it, so let's clean that off with a little triangle file. Let me know if you guys like these types of videos where hit and missing, but still just trying to accomplish something and just doing it on camera. Let me know if that suits you guys. It doesn't matter which nut I use, I guess. I gotta tighten this down, so let's run it down onto that nut. Tighten it down a little bit. Good enough. Now I've got something to hold on to where I can switch that. Just switch the shaft out. Use the same shaft. Why didn't you guys think of that before? Could have saved me some time. Easy peasy. Now, this is what I'm going to put right back on this shaft. All I need to do here is ting, pull this shaft off, just like that. That's all I need. Then I can just slide the new one right back down on there and reassemble it. That was a whole lot easier How about that? It's done. Huh? Seriously, guys, what's the matter with you? You've been so great in the comments and nobody even... Oh, wait a minute. This video hasn't posted yet, so you guys couldn't give me that advice. But I know one of you would have. Gotta pull this back off here. That was interesting. This spacer is attached to the pulley, whereas the other one was not. It's alright by me. Okay, there's our pulley. We are good to go. Got real nice splines there. We didn't have to take this off. So we're ready to just take this thing and slap it back in the tractor. So let's go do that now.